Alright, g'day YouTube and welcome to my channel. I'm Tim, and today we have another review on a shoe. This one, I don't know, it's a bit different. Yeah, I've been not really buying shoes lately. As I said in the previous video, you know, just money's gone to more important things, been saving it, and I'm culling a lot of pairs, and yeah, it's been good. A lot of things been happening lately in my life, so it's kind of just refocused my mind, refocused what I'm thinking, that sort of thing, mindset, which is good. And lockdown has not helped. Being locked down and not being able to go and buy it, like go into store and try stuff on or anything like that. So it's all been online, which has made like even buying shoes and just buying anything hard. Especially obviously shoes. I don't have a bot, so they seem to be taking over, and everyone seems to be using bots nowadays, so it's makes it a lot harder to buy shoes for retail. But anyhow, let's get stuck into this pair. I did strike gold on these though, no pun intended. But as you probably tell by the thumbnail, the shoe. So Air Jordan, well, that's the shoebox. So this one's a bit different. The shoebox. Usually we get a red Nike on the black box. So they've gone with a slightly different look to this one. But that's good. It's good to see a bit of something different. So these released, I believe it was 25th of September, so probably last weekend here in Australia. They did release for the retail price of 240 Australian dollars. And I think they released on Foot Locker through the week. I think Culture Kings is still yet to get them. And I got these from Nike Melbourne Central raffle. So I got the email and I jumped on it. I wasn't sure about these, to be honest. I was umming and ahhing them. But I thought, who knows, they might be different in hand. And if not, then I will just sell them. But yeah, yeah, so got them from Nike Melbourne Central raffle, so that was awesome. Pretty happy with that. But these are a size, if it's gonna focus, US 8.5. Now with these, I tend to go US 8.5 because I put an insole in on top of the insole that's in there just to add the comfort. I can probably rock them without the insole, but probably, I don't know, it takes a little bit to wear them in to get them comfortable, so it just gives me a little bit more room in them. But you know, I just like the silhouette of the ones. They're just quite, I don't know, they just look slim. They're not very bulky, and I mean they're not the most comfortable shoe, but yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, so I usually go 8.5. I could get away with an 8. I have got a couple of lows in the 8s, and they just fit. So this is probably the better suited size, so my feet aren't tight in there. But yeah, so let's bring out the shoe. So this is the shoe in all its glory, the Air Jordan 1 Poland, they call it. Yeah, it's different to what I was expecting. I thought the yellow was going to be a lot brighter, a bit more punch to it, but at the same time I don't mind it because that means it's not as in your face. It's a bit more subtle. So, and the leather, I was actually expecting the yellow parts to be like a nubuck, but it's actually leather, so that's kind of, I suppose to me that's better, because it means, especially in Melbourne where the weather can be unpredictable, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's not, so leather's gonna definitely hold up over your suede or your nubucks, which is good because I don't really want to go to this thing with a fine tooth comb, and you know, it just makes it wearing a lot easier. If something gets on it, sauce or food or whatever, it's just a matter of wiping it off. So, but yeah, it's the black leather is actually quite nice on this. It's not stiff. I know the yellow leather part, it's stiff, but it's not too bad. I think it's just a nice thick leather, but the black part's actually quite nice. I don't know if it'll focus for me, but yeah, it's the black leather is quite nice. The toe box is surprisingly soft, which is good. I mean, I don't know if it's just the finish that they put on it, but yeah, I'm quite impressed with it. And obviously you got the nice nylon tongue tag there. It's gonna focus for me, which it might potentially. But yeah, that was a nice little feature there. But yeah, so I was pretty chuffed with these. In fact, getting it from retail was a huge win. And surprisingly, the Jordan 1s are starting to actually come with a few more spare laces. So we've got the yellow in there, as you can tell. So we've got the yellow, and then it also comes with the black and the white. So I don't know about the white. I'm not sure about the yellow, but I think the black's going to be the way to go. But I'm still pondering on this pair, whether or not I'll keep them or not. Whether or not I'll wear them, because I don't really want to keep shoes that I'm just not going to wear. There's just no point to me. I just want to keep the pairs that I actually wear. So, but yeah, so I was pretty chuffed with these. Managed to win them in the raffle, as I said, and yeah, so we'll see if I get around to wearing. If I don't, then I might palm them off to someone who might actually enjoy them. As you can see, nice yellow outsole. They're quite good, the outsoles and the ones. The only downfall is if you're out at the shopping centres or such and such, then if you come to a sudden halt, you kind of let off a massive squeak when you're in them. So that's probably the only downfall. But yeah, then that's you've got your Nike Air insole. I don't know if it's going to be able to see that or not. But yeah. So yeah, that's these. Yeah, feel free to leave a comment on what your thoughts are of the shoe. Did you end up, if you're into the shoes, did you end up going for them? Were you able to cop them? Did you manage to beat the bots? Do you have a bot? Did you use a bot? You know, that sort of thing. What are your thoughts? And feel free to subscribe, hit the bell. I really appreciate it. You know, anything to help the channel grow. Kind of new to it. Yeah, I don't know how the algorithm works, but I really appreciate it. And feel free to like, comment with your thoughts, any advice, any tips, and yeah, I appreciate you watching. And big shout out to all the Melburnians that are still in this lockdown. I think we've got hopefully 4 weeks to go. The cases are still rising in the COVID world, but hopefully they'll let us out soon, because really hanging out to catch up with people. So, but anyhow, big thanks to everyone. At the end of the day, I'm glad to still be able to buy things. I'm still blessed to have a job. Glad that I've got a job. Still have that income. There's people that are far worse at the moment than me, so I'm really appreciative for what I've got at the moment. And yeah, but anyhow, big shout out to the Melburnians doing it tough. But yeah, anyhow, I'll leave it there, and appreciate you watching, and take care.